the temperature went back up because the AC guy came back out. It was at 77, but now it's dropping. So that does mean that the AC is running, and it's kind of complicated. So I guess we might have gotten like our signals like mixed up when I was communicating. I was like, oh, it's turning on hot air. And when he showed up, the air conditioning unit wasn't turned on, but that's because I had the Nest off. And so he thought that the house was rising in temperature because the AC wasn't kicking on at all. And so then when he went up and he saw that the pipe was filled up with water and the switch had gone off, he thought that that's why the AC unit wasn't responding, because it was trying to prevent a flood. But when he came back today, because he thought he was gonna like basically replace this switch, and then he kind of realized what was actually happening when I said, well, no, the outside temperatures aren't even that hot. So if I shut this off completely, obviously the temperatures in the house is a lot cooler. It's like the Nest thermostat is telling the unit that it's heat instead of cold. And so that's when he was like, okay. So then he did all of his checks and he came back and he was like, yeah, he like plugged his little stuff and all that, checked all the wires. And so when he was running with his own equipment, he was like, no, your AC unit does work. It is the Nest. So the Nest was basically communicating and saying, hey, turn on the heat when it says cool. So we did a reset and that seemed to have worked. He does say that those things can happen. So the question now is, and he already left, but the question is, once it reaches 72, which is the temperature we put it on, is it going to trigger AC again? You know, like once the AC unit turns off, and then whenever it kicks back on, is the signal going to be AC like it should, or is it gonna cross and go heater? If it goes heater, I'm gonna have to basically get a new Nest unit. But really the story you guys need to know is that Loxie is obsessed. And I mean like an obsession I've never seen before with the AC guy. He's an older gentleman, probably in his 60s if I had to guess his age. And it's his business that he owns. And Loxie met him for the first time when he came for the heater business, and she fell in love with him from the freaking get-go. And so it's only been like, I guess, a couple of months since he came for the heater. And the moment that I opened the door yesterday, she saw him, she ran out to him, you guys, and it was the sweetest thing I had ever seen. And Loxie will not do that. She will not run out the front door in the daytime unless my niece is here, because she will follow her. Otherwise, Loxie's very like reserved, and she's like, I'm not going out there. I have to put her on a leash to get her to go outside for her walk, and then she does fine, but she won't on her own want to go out the front door. But I opened that front door, she took off for this guy. And then he came by today, and he asked Loxie to come with him to the outside units, and Loxie goes out the front door, follows him around the house, and I'm like, do you even want to live here? So anyways, it was just the most darling thing how much she loves this guy. I am gonna have to have another slumber party upstairs because the house is just a little too warm right now, but the AC guy came back out, and it's actually this Nest thermostat. So this is communicating heat to the AC unit. So it didn't really end up being the water in the pipes. I mean, I'm glad we got that taken care of, but that really wasn't what was happening. So we did like a reboot, like we did a complete reset, kind of like you would turn off like a computer, and that actually worked. And I think I mentioned this until we waited for like it to kick in another round to see if it would recognize to still do cold, and it didn't. So he basically recommended that I go and like pick up another one of these, and then he will install it for me. All right, that's the update. So Loxie and I are gonna go back upstairs, but I wanna show you guys the shoes, and they look like this. I guess they're like the Golden Goose dupe or Blue Goose. Listen, I don't freaking know. But I actually got these off of Just Fab. It's one of those memberships that I had, but I wanted to cancel it because I just was like, okay, like you have enough shoes, like let's just kind of cut this out. And if I wanted to buy shoes, I really wanted like running shoes. So, but Just Fab had like, this was literally last year, you guys. I forgot to like skip the month, and so they charged me, so I had a credit. And then when I called to cancel, this guy was like, well, you'd be better off if you used your credit and then you canceled, so that you could get basically like the deal on the shoe. So this is the shoe that I got with the credit, and then I'm gonna call tomorrow and basically cancel my account. Hey guys. All right, Loxie's over here eating her dinner. Look at her. So cute. I added pumpkin tonight. It was my first time adding pumpkin filling. I think she likes it. So this morning I went to my brother's house. It's Sunday, and we went to Home Depot, and then we just hung out in his backyard. I also got a new toilet seat cover because mine in my master bathroom broke. So I went, when I was with him at Home Depot, I got one of those. I already installed it. Just kind of figured it was one of those things, like, I don't know, to show it on camera. But listen, got a toilet seat cover. I do sound a little off because I have my retainer in my mouth, but I don't want to take it out. I have Lucy on TV as usual for right now. And I did do a little bit of light house cleaning, and by that I mean I've just done some laundry and I vacuumed the floors. No matter how hard I try, I cannot talk with my retainer in my mouth. I had to take it out. It was just getting really frustrating. So I did vacuum the floor already, and actually the sheets are already dry. I'm just waiting for my quilt and then my comforter, and then I'll be making the bed later. Okay, getting the comforter in there. Here are the clean sheets and my quilt, so I'm going to go ahead and get this on the bed now. So we've got that part made. And also I just want to say that in the past, when I've seen certain comments about either how I make my bed or how I can sleep under so many layers, but I didn't honestly know that there was a right or wrong way to make a bed. The way I've made my bed is how I saw my grandmother make it in the late 80s, early 90s, and it's just how I've always made my bed. And I actually don't get hot or sweat when I sleep. I think even as a child, I slept under a lot of like blankets and stuff, and I just really liked it. But anyways, just a random chat. So that's the bedroom. And then the living room is just kind of like a hot mess. I'm ready for the orange to go. Bye-bye. But I think I'm going to be doing some new lamps. I just haven't bought them yet. I found them on Amazon. I know I just got this one, but I think I'm going to move this one probably somewhere else. I just don't know where, but I found the lamps that I think would be perfect in here. But like I said, I haven't like pulled the trigger on it. But I want to wait until I buy them to do the summer like reveal of this space. And in that video, I was like planning on obviously filming like the removal of this, transitioning to summer. So that's like kind of why it's still here. I think this is like one of my first times having these flowers specifically, so I think I'm doing a good job of watering them. I think they're like partial sun in the morning kind of thing, and that is when they do get sun. And I am checking the, ooh, they probably need some water. I just watered them yesterday, but they probably need some more water. I'm just afraid of overwatering. That's like one of my biggest fears with flowers. I just feel like I've never been good at keeping flowers alive. It's a clear day, not a cloud in sight. But anyways, like I was saying, I went to my brother's house and we went to Home Depot, got the toilet seat cover, played with my niece a little bit, and then I came home so that I could film my Sunday haul and get all of that done. I did also buy my new nest, but I decided to go with Amazon. I checked the price at Home Depot and it was the same as Lowe's. It's the same on Amazon, but I just decided to get mine off of Amazon, and I got the white trim instead. So I'm excited about that. So it's gonna like match this. When I came home, I made my first pot of coffee in my newly decorated Butler's pantry. This is the first time the vlog is seeing it, but the Decorate With Me is over on my main channel, FYI. I just have my coffee there. I haven't poured it into this yet because I actually need to wash this. I haven't done that yet. And also I'm almost out of coffee. I probably should fix the clock too. And also something that I didn't post in the video was where I ended up putting my little teacups. Look how cute these are. They're little ceramic houses or cottages. How darling. I think this is like for the tea and this is like for the milk or whatever. Super cute. And then I have these over here. I have this lemon one, and this is like a 3-in-1. So this is the teacup, and then you would pick up this and pour into there. So there's that. And then I have this strawberry one. And I also have a fall one, but let me get it and I'll show you. This is the fall one. How cute is that? And you can see that it's like the same designer as the lemon. I'm not sure. I think it is. I think it's also the same designer as the strawberry too, but these two obviously look more alike. But I think I'm gonna put the fall one in the back like this. I can hear that. And if you're wondering, I got these on eBay. So, ta-da, there we go. And I've been keeping up with the date, so change that on the calendar. I also cleaned out the milk. I cleaned out the milk pitcher today, and this is the cleaner that it comes with to clean it out. You can see it is super clean. I need to install this So I'll show you guys how I do it, or how it's done on this fridge. I'm gonna have to take this down. I'm gonna have to remove the eggs. And then it's in here. So it can get messy in the sense of water coming out, but this is the old filter. I forget how to do this. Like that. So then you take the new one, that's where it connects, and you basically, oh my gosh. And then you turn, hopefully that's right, and then there we go. And then what you want to do is run and then you want to do this where you run the water a few times. Actually, each filter will probably just tell you how much water you need to go through. And you can see here, just like looking at it. Yeah, so that's why it's really important that once you replace a filter, you need to run your water. So mine, for example, is 4 gallons through the dispenser. So this is the final flush, and it's all clear. All right, now I gotta get rid of that because it doesn't like know on its own, I guess. Okay. So the filter has been reset. I mean, lately I've honestly been focused on a lot of like home maintenance. So like we did the filter, I had to do, you know, the toilet seat cover, obviously minor little things, but I've also had like the washer machine, like the switch done, but that was actually a long time ago. That wasn't even really recent. I've had the heater thing done and now the AC thing done. So like I said, I ordered my Nest. And then the other thing that I'm doing is I'm actually installing new locks. So one of the things I noticed recently is that the lock I have is just draining the battery. Just absolutely draining. You can see that the red little light is flashing. I tried getting different like battery brands. They're supposed to be alkaline, like I researched this and everything. So in the end I thought, well, maybe it's the motor, really doesn't have anything to do with the battery. Because when I first moved in, I didn't change the battery for a good while. So whatever batteries that they had in here had lasted a long time. So something was just off. And then in the end I thought, well, I'm not a fan of this color anyway, so I'm going with the Venetian bronze, and I think that's gonna look really nice. So this set came in, but this set was not part of this. I bought them separately from Amazon, and the first one that I ordered came in, but it's actually not the right size on the outside handle, so I had to order another one, and it really didn't actually give me dimensions. Renovation talk. Here's Loxie basking in the evening sun, looking like, yes, yes, queen. Just the glow, the ethereal glow about you. She is still doing absolutely wonderful. She's still on her prednisone. I did call her vet, by the way, and they are going to supply her prednisone. So they're going to give me a 30-day supply, and then I can refill from there as well. I believe a new Hallmark movie is coming on today. I follow Lacey Chabert on Instagram, and she posted that her new movie Crossword Mysteries, another installment, or not installment, but I guess a series has come out. But I don't know if it's 7 Central or 8 Central. Okay, the new one starts at 7, so 10 minutes away. I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, since you have a few minutes, do you want to go pillage the craft service table?
How much longer do you think we'll be filming tonight?
I could probably have you out of here by 10 p.m. or so. Why, you got a hot date?
A dinner with a friend.
I mean, why would someone, like, break into the host dressing room?
Who knows?
Maybe it was a Riddler looking for a souvenir.
Wait, what's a Riddler?
Well, riddle me this souvenir.
Tess Harper.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Of course.
Oh, you know what? Excuse me just a second. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Logan. Hey.
Hey, Hollywood. Yeah, so listen, we're all set for 7:30 tonight. Union Square Cafe.
I'm so sorry. I was just about to call you. I didn't realize, but we're going to be filming until... I'm sorry.
Oh,
Aiden firing me
false statement.
and then him getting killed.
The acting is subpar. Their acting's fabulous.